The comfort that I have here at home is incredible just because I can do whatever I want whenever I want it. And, you know, this is freedom.
My name is Gerson. I'm an inspirational speaker, and I mentor kids across the country at middle schools, high schools, and colleges and universities.
What are your greatest fears about going to jail?
I'm just dying. My greatest fear is dying, you know? Like, I don't want to be the first person on television history to poop their pants when they're coming into jail. That definitely doesn't seem cool.
There's nothing for me to stop me from these two people and these three people getting in a fight over something I got nothing to do with, and I'm just watching the no TV channels on TV. So, you know, yeah, it's frightening. Yo, this is scary.
Yeah, I appreciate your honesty.
Everybody's like, oh, it's gonna be all right. Like, no, it's gonna be all right.
If you're not scared right now, you should be. What's going on?
Yeah, so I've been losing sleep since about around training time. There's certain heart and toughness that comes from those streets in Atlanta. The effect that jail has on everyone is negative. And I don't want to take the psychological, emotional stress to carry for forever.
So, where are you at right now in your head?
It's not something that I want to do.
My name's Jacob. I'm 45 minutes south of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
And then what's your story?
I got arrested for embezzlement. I didn't sleep too well last night. A lot of anxiety. I'm a family man. I have a wife and 3 children. Felling is not an option. For me to tap out, it's gonna take a shank to the body.
So remember, when you get into intake, in terms of the distress signal, intake is the one place where you can't give the distress signal because there's no way we can pull you out when you're not in the jail yet.
Walking up in there, I do have this feeling that this jail may be worse than the other seasons. Being alone inside this jail, it's really the only thing I'm terrified of. As a corrections officer on the inside, I have a hard time turning it off.
We're doing a documentary about life inside. Do you want to sign the release? You want to sign? Okay, great. What's going on?
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, a lot of people have been here for a long time. Mark, you like?
I'm done. I can't. No. I'm sorry.
What you want right now?
I want to go.
Are you sure you want to?
Yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how
10. That's a 10. I'm done.
What happened?
The longer I was in that small space, I would get more anxiety and I would feel nauseous the entire time. I believe I was in a lot of denial about being able to do this for 60 days. I hate myself right now.
My name is Matt from Tacoma, Washington, Seattle area. Was in the Marine Corps. Decided to do this to see if my opinion's right on jail or if it's wrong.
Why were you arrested?
I got a DUI.
We're now talking inmate talk.
I got a DUI.
DUI. Where'd you get caught at?
Up in Huntsville at Redstone.
Yeah, okay. Appreciate it. Thank you. One of you is going to jail today, and that person's going to be the one that we feel is the most ready, and right now we feel like that's you, Matt.
Not in a million years would I ever thought I was gonna be on 60 days in at all. In 2011, I joined the Marine Corps. I was active duty for 4 years. Been to Afghanistan one tour, got married shortly after that, and I now have a 3-year-old daughter. Any situation that arises in my life, I can handle it. If I could handle the Marine Corps, I can handle going to jail. I've accepted the mission, and I have to perform and complete it.
Once I walked through the actual jail door and I sat at that table, I'm trying to sit there and remember my cover story and remember everything I have to remember. But the only thing I can think about are my surroundings. I was just like, I sacrificed everything back home to do this. Like, what was I thinking? Like, I'm not as mentally strong as I thought it was. Because I thought I had it figured out, and I don't.
Who we going to? Oh. Hey, don't look back. Don't be scared. Hold your head up. You got it.
Walking into the pod for the first time, it literally looks like a zoo. And I don't care what anybody says. If you've never been to jail, you have no idea. I didn't expect the anxiety and tension to be this high. You're constantly doing this when people walk behind you. You know what I mean? And I get that it's jail, and that's common, but I cannot breathe in there.
I don't know if I can do this.
I don't feel safe at this point. I have such a bad feeling of regret right now.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. I mean, it's just like, I feel like I just bit off more than I can chew. This is the dumbest decision I've ever. People are gonna watch this, and they're gonna see how weak I am. And that scares me. Yeah.
My name's Chris, and I live in Georgia.
The reason I've never been to jail is because I'm terrified of it. You hear all these horrible stories growing up, and then that's where criminals and lowlifes belong.
How you been, man?
But my brother, Ryan, ended up spending about 4 months in jail. Probably the biggest thing I want to get out of this program is seeing things from Ryan's perspective and kind of understanding why not only we fell apart, but kind of why he can't seem to move on from it. I want to get into his shoes and figure out a way to be able to talk to him about it. I'm scared that I don't know what I'm getting myself into. My freedom being taken away from me is gonna bother me.
It's getting a little intimidating because it's kind of starting to seem real. I've thought about that door closing moment a lot, and every time I think about it, my stomach drops.
It's kind of like deer in headlights. Like I was just kind of like, what the hell is going on? What are my next steps? How do I blend in? Who do I need to listen to?
Tell them you gotta make them feel comfortable.
This is reality right now. This is happening. I'm an inmate.
I'm just sick. Like all my food's been coming back up. I'm starting to get hot. I don't know. I didn't think I was sick, but I held on as long as I could. Let's go.
I'm releasing Chris on a medical furlough. Hopefully he can go back to the hotel without anyone knowing, get better, and come back.
I was just calling to tell you that I'm getting ready to leave.
I want to keep going, but in all honesty, I don't want to be here.
So I think my final decision on the whole thing is I'm gonna opt out of the program. I'm disappointed that I didn't get the experience I needed to relate to my brother.
What's going on? You okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm